Hi, good morning. Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Citizens of YouTube, Pastor Dowell here. Well, I was in Colorado the early part of this month performing a wedding. And usually if I have the same question presented to me 2 or 3 times, that's telling me I need to make a video on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm actually making a video on it. And of course, the question is, and it comes, is Pastor Dowell, how do you start and maintain successful communities? You know, I'm going to be just a little bit transparent. I'm not going to give everybody everything. I'm going to be a little bit transparent. I can tell you one thing. I can tell you what's sincerely wrong with the rest of the world and people who, I guess you would say, you know, somewhat religious, because usually people who are interested in doing what I'm talking about are people who maintain some type of, how do you put it, have some type of religious value to them. They have a moral system, a value system. And I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and head on out here so I can get this I'm going to get a bunch of fence posts right now, you know, country boys. But anyway, Brother Brent just drove up with a nice truck, very nice truck. Went all the way down to Florida, very nice truck, extremely nice. But in order to be able to start a community, number one, the first thing you need to realize is that it's never just going to work if it's just you and your own family. That's called a homestead. Where I get the concept for communities, I get it actually straight from the book. I get it from Leviticus chapter 20. Just to name one, I get it from 2 Corinthians 6. I get it from, believe it or not, Acts chapter 2. You know, I know that, and then I also get it from, I think that's Jeremiah 29. The book, to me, has not only been a book of life, but it's also been an instruction book. While some people fancy the Bible outdated, and some people fancy the Bible outdated, and they fancy that the book is, it's not modern for modern day times. I come to find out that that word transcends times. It transcends generations. And you follow what it says, you're going to be blessed. However, here's the big part. Here's the big kicker, and here's how I answer a lot of people. One reason why, well, I'm going to give you a few reasons why communities, when people start them, that they fail. Number one, lack of leadership. The reason why communities fail is because the people who are leaders, they don't know how to lead. They may have been a leader in some other profession in life, but when you come to serve the Most High, you're going to find out that that book, that Bible comes alive when you start dealing with Yah's people. And then number two, their work ethic is crappy. They don't have a work ethic. They have words. They have words. You know, there's this old saying in the world that action speaks louder than words. Well, I'm a man of action. I'm a man of truth and a man of faith. And if I tell anybody to do anything, it's a 100% chance that I've already done it myself. So right now, you're looking at old Pastor Dowell. I think right now in the actual ministry, I think we have, I'm just going to hit off the top of my head, I think we have 13 communities, out of which people have moved from all over the United States of America. And we've got, I think 13 now, and we got 1 or 2 more that's popping up in the making, even as I speak. And I would say probably out of those 13 communities and stuff, and mind you, I'm not giving you the accurate numbers because we don't count. I just know you never counted this. Excuse me for a second while I get past this rough road, this old rough country road right here. Hallelujah. So y'all just bear with me for a second, okay? Give you a little bit of wisdom and knowledge while I'm making this journey to Kentucky for a second. We probably have, I don't know, maybe, if I put all the people together that are in communities and homesteads, I would say probably 400, maybe up to 400 or 500 people that actually live on all these communities, on all these lands, and live set apart. And we're doing good. A lot of people thank the Father. I get that all the time, that I obeyed him a long time ago. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I have to drive this home before I go any further. If you're any kind of leader whatsoever at all, the best kind of leading is leading by example. I'll give you an example. Most of you know my history and my story that when I got out of high school, I just piddled around for a year. Then I joined the military and ended up becoming a United States Army paratrooper. Got out after about 9 years and 10 months, or right at 10 years. I got out of the military. Of course, I've been in the faith ever since. And of course, when I started saving money, as a pastor, I did things that hell of a lot different than a lot of pastors. A lot of pastors are seeking a paycheck, but I had a goal. And there's an old statement in the book says, without a vision, the people perish. And I'm telling you, I've had a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a whole lot of failures, but a hell of a lot of successes. My successes outweigh my failures 100 times over. It does. I can say the truth that I have literally worked hard from the time I got out of the military, which I believe was like either 28 years old. I think I was 28, 29, somewhere along in there. From the time I got out of the military, even up to this point right now, I have physically worked hard, extremely hard. And I'll give you what I've learned about living on community and buying land here just for a second. See, when I say a leader and leading by example, let me give you an example of some of the qualities and traits you should look for in your leader, or if you are a leader, or if you have aspirations to being a leader to make change. Not only do I know that Bible almost like the back of my hand, I know it over tradition. I know it over religions. I know what the book says. I know what the Creator says. And that's first and foremost because a lot of people are just simply not willing to burn the midnight oil and get the mind of the Creator so that they can have a mind to do things the right way. I know how to drive almost every piece of heavy equipment that there is. And especially if you're going to be on the land, I know how to drive a backhoe, a track hoe, a dozer, loader dozer, skid loader, a ditch witch. I can go on and on, a lift. I mean, that's just some of the things that you would have to deal with when you're on a community. You would have to learn how to operate those things. And the way I learned how to operate them is I just simply went and rented them. And when I had a project to do, and as I was learning, I used it. I probably bought a whole bunch of books, all kind of books, from framing, masonry, plumbing, electricity, And whenever I would get finished doing, setting up, working during the day on the community, I would spend my evenings reading these books, studying these books, and then I would go out and implement it. So I spent a lot of time educating my own self. I don't have a college degree. I just don't. I don't have a college degree. My degree in life has been life experiences. I don't have any certifications. I don't have any letters from anyone. Yet and still, whenever I build buildings, I pass every inspection. I can frame. I frame homes. I am a master mason, and that's not such, not the secret societies or the Freemasons. I'm not that. I'm talking about a block mason. I know how to dig footings, square a building. I know how to pour concrete. I know how to do slabs. I know how to frame homes. I can do a gable roof, hip roof, a valley roof, hip roof with valleys. I can do a roof no matter what the pitch be. It could be a 412, 612, 812, 1012, 1212. I can do that. I can actually put shingles or 10 on a building. I can do some plumbing, some electric, which now that I'm building my own home, after all these years, now I did the home I'm living in now, I built it too. But I initially built it to be a fellowship hall, but I live in it now. And it's actually it's a pretty big home. And I've been living mortgage-free, debt-free, I don't know, for what? Maybe 30-something years? 30-something years. I've 30-something years I haven't paid a rent. I don't pay a mortgage. Whenever I would go out and I did work on the economy, and now we have our own businesses, I would take the money, instead of taking a salary, I would just put it all in the pot, and that's how we was able to buy land. And myself and my brother and my family put in the pot, and we got able to buy land, and we worked the land and build it from there. I started off with a bunch of trailers. I lived in what you would call, many of you, and people laughed at me. They used to laugh at me and call me a cult, and because I did, according to them, lived in deplorable conditions. I lived kind of like people lived in third world countries. I know how they live because I've been to third world countries. But I had a vision. I didn't let people deter me through their negativity and their unsolicited opinions and their false judgments. I did figure, if you wasn't for me, you were against me. Good enough for me. And so the Most High started bringing people who heard the word. I've been on, as far as radio go, I've been on AM, FM, radio. I've been on international shortwave radio, WWCR, WNQM. I've been on quite a bit of stations. I've been on 1510 WLAC. I've been on probably 1520 radio stations, broadcasting AM, FM all throughout this country. And I still have radio stations soliciting for my business today. I've done that. I'm getting ready to start up a podcast as soon as I find someone that's reliable that can show me how to do it. Because we have a whole lot of truth to get out to the people that the Most High Yah has ordained to eternal life. Almost every single building on the land now, we hardly have any trailers that are on the land. I've always told the people that it wasn't always going to be like that. I told them that, the day is going to come when you're going to look up and there's going to probably not even be a trailer on this land. And now we have homes, literal homes on the land. Because I purchased some a couple other pieces of land adjacent to the ones we had, and we redone those. And so we're going to, I'm actually building a home. I'm going to build another home. I got 2 homes I got to build on this land. We got a 4-plex we got to finish. We got a lot of work to do. Got a home that's being built down in Georgia. Got another community we're pouring resources and funds into based on the donations of the people and what we give at Straitway. We got a community upcoming in Alabama that hopefully it should be done a little bit. We wanted to shoot for Passover. Hopefully it'll be done maybe a little bit after Passover. Either way it goes, we're getting it done. Like I said, you have got to set your mind to get ready to work hard. And starting a community and trying to be the head of a community in your late 40s, early 50s, I don't think you're going to have the time, the energy, nor the effort to be able to work like that. I mean, and I'm not boasting or bragging on myself. I'm just telling you what the brothers see. And there's very few men that even in their 30s that can work with Pastor Dowell. We got brothers on the community that can do that because over a period of time they've developed that work ethic. And we got some damn good, strong workers, and we have a good, strong support base with our sisters. You know what I mean? Our wives, they don't put up with it. They don't give us a bunch of drama and stuff. They educate our children and rear and raise them and feed us. And I mean, we just got, you know, the Most High Yah just put together a bunch of people. Just a good people. That's all there is to it. That's all I can say. You got to have people who are serious-minded, and that's another thing we run into. Most people, they're not finished with a life of sin. They just ain't. People, for whatever reason it is, love sin. And they can't seem to find themselves finished and clear of it. Because as the book says, you know, one sinner will destroy much good. Well, I'm almost at the store, you know, because I live close between both borders. And I'm going to go ahead and get in here and get this done real quick and get loaded up and get on up out of here. But I can tell you this. I hope I said something without doing some rambling. But you got to have strong leadership. You got to have a strong support base. People mean just as much business as you do. And you have to have an extremely strong work ethic. I have an extremely strong work ethic. You've got to get physical so you don't destroy morale. People have got to see it. They've got to see where you been, what you've been doing, where you done, what you've done in life. And that's just a basic little summary right here. I may go into great detail on my Patreon channel and give you the skinny about how we function in this world as a ministry without being 501c3, how we're recognized in this world without being a 501c3 government institution, and still function towards the Constitution. I want y'all to be encouraged, but if you got a made-up mind, don't worry about it. You come into assembly, we'll figure it out. We'll see you. I promise you. A man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. You have a wonderful day.